Ugh. Not a good start. Hey, what's up guys, girls, and everybody in between. I thought I would switch things up today and talk about something a little bit different. It's been on my mind recently because I was talking about it with some friends the other day because I thought it was kind of cringy but also kind of hilarious at the same time. Is my hair sticking up? God damn it. It's real bad today. I was kicked out of a school photo for being too white or something along those lines. I know it was because of skin tone, definitely because of that. This took place in California, and I don't think I want to name the high school because I don't want them to get any huge amounts of backlash. I mean, yeah, they kind of deserve it, but I mean, still. I just don't want to be that dude, that one guy. If anybody from the high school is watching, hello. I'm sure somebody is, because I gave them all my YouTube channel. Gotta plug sometimes. God damn, am I that bad of a person? But no, so it started off in, I believe it was my last year of high school, so 12th grade. And we were going on this field trip to a Shakespeare play. This was the beginning of the year, so all the new kids were coming in, all the new freshmen, some 8th graders. It was, I think, about lunchtime, and we saw about half the play, and they wanted to take some kind of group photo of us before we sat back down again. Or this might have been at the end. It was either during break or during the end, but it doesn't matter either way. The main premise of the story is they wanted a group photo. And I was all for that. I mean, why not? It doesn't harm anybody, right? It doesn't hurt anybody. At least this is what I thought. Apparently, you can make a school photo shoot about race all of a sudden because that's exactly what happened. So they said that the students of color should come up, and I'm like, oh, okay, so everybody's gonna give portrait. I mean, so I made a joke and I came up and then I was like, oh, peach is a color. And they didn't really like that, like at all. So I don't know. I don't know what was wrong with it. I just kept standing up there because like it kind of felt weird to not do that. I get that you want like people of color or whatever, but it's just strange to only take a photo of them and not everybody there, which is it's just so weird. It felt almost like kind of disrespectful. So I just kind of stood up there for a really long time. Dude, everybody looked super mad at me. Like all the white kids in the back, they're like, just get down, dude, just give up. It's like, I'm not gonna fucking give up this battle. All the colored kids, I don't know why we still call them that. All the colored kids were just looking at me like they were gonna fucking murder me in my sleep. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, I just want to be in the photo. Literally, they had to usher me down to get me off of, like, they had to, like, have a full-on fight. Like, I'm proud of that. That moment was, like, a defining fucking moment. So, that's not the only story at this school. Like, this is not over yet, alright? This school legitimately, like, segregated people by race. It was definitely not up in your face. It was very subtle, and it was almost in the background, but you knew it was there. Everybody knew it was there. It was, like, kind of reverse. I don't know. It was very strange, but it definitely did not help the situation, because everybody there turned out to be really racist. Gee, I wonder why. I sure wonder why everybody turned out to be racist at a school that taught people how to be racist. That's really interesting. I think I'm one of the only people who came out there not being racist. And definitely not holding this term to loose standards. I'm being pretty serious. A lot of people who came from there, like, say the N-word regularly and are white, or just like, they have, like, blogs, or, you know, that kind of thing, like, all like, Tumblr kind of shit. So on one side of the room, the black people would be like, the white people don't understand, oh my god, we're so oppressed, and then the other side of the room would be like, oh, those damn, I freaking hate this. Like, Jesus Christ. I was like in the middle, I'm just like, what the fuck do I even do at this point? What didn't really help was that somebody in my family started spouting racist shit because Trump just got elected. So that made it much worse for me, actually. That made it so I didn't want to talk to anybody because I didn't want to be reminded of that. It's really sucked. It sucked giant dick. And not in the good way. Oh, I hope Mom doesn't watch this. But basically, yeah, that was that. There were a lot of other instances where this kind of stuff happened. I mean, I definitely get in history. That's one exception where I'm like, yeah, because it was actually historical, so it makes sense, right? But then they kind of started applying it to modern day stuff, and it's like, well, you know, black people are still slaves today. It's like, I get that there's racism and discrimination, but like, there's hate for like pretty much everybody out there these days. I mean, it's like the Wild West. Especially Wild West Coast in California. Fucking wild, dude. Even Khadijah, who was like the most diverse friend I could have possibly gotten, doesn't even agree with that. I could take this down if she doesn't want me to say this, but I just find it funny that she was like, yeah, they're obnoxious. Like, they don't help anything. Everybody agrees with that. It's like that meme. Everybody liked that. Like, I used to be all up in arms, no puns intended, about politics, but I just couldn't stick with that because it made me kind of miserable. Just a little bit miserable, you know? Yeah, there's a good way to solve the issue of racism or just any kind of discrimination. It's definitely not that way, though. You don't really separate people from group photos for being not the right skin tone. That's kind of racist and a little bit a little bit messed up there. Just a little bit messed up. Not fully, you know, because those expendables. That was an adventure being at that school. It started out really nice, actually. But as soon as the new dean of students came in, and this was a private school, I was lucky enough to go to one. You can call it lucky with this one. Everything went to hell. It was fine before, but everything went to hell right after she entered. She was definitely like an SJW type, like not like the type, you know, no bullshit would say. They're like a centrist, and he's like, what an SJW snowflake, am I right? They're such a fucking beta, I'm such an alpha dude, I would fuck them in the ass, no homo. Like, like, she was literally like, she would hang like feminist things up on the wall. Like, it was crazy. And I remember this one other teacher who used to be super nice, who taught English class, just hung up this huge Black Lives Matter thing, which doesn't bother me, but it's the message behind it that she condoned that bothered me. Because she was like one of the main people who was yelling at me to get down from the group photo. And I was really surprised because I was a good student in her class. Like, I thought she would cut me a little bit of slack for being a good student, but apparently not. Apparently I don't get any slack. This Dago needs to get down from the stage to let the whole day go by. That didn't make any fucking sense whatsoever, just like Italian. Yeah, that's how much I learned from that private school. Actually, I did learn quite a bit. Just, some information is more useful than other information. I'll just keep it at that. My hair is sticking up. I hate you, hair. Actually, I love you. Please don't go away. So yes, thank you guys, girls, and everybody in between for watching this video. If you liked this video, be sure to press the like so I know to do more of these. I'm actually thinking about doing more of these because I'm having kind of a fun time telling this story in a weird way. It was not even a good memory. It was just, it's just hilarious. Hey, it was kind of a good memory because it was fucking hilarious. But I mean, still, you know. Yeah, I had a lot of identity problems due to that. So, thanks, old school. I love you too. Please stop segregating people. It's probably not cool. It's probably not a great thing to be doing. Oh, and I almost forgot to ask. Do you have your own, like, funky, like, private public school stories or whatever like that? Leave them down in the comments, because I actually do want to read them out in one video if there are enough, which I think is going to be pretty fun. Keep everybody and everything anonymous. That's perfectly fine with me. You know, it could be as specific as you want, just don't include any details that could be traced to the individual in it. I think that makes sense. So yeah, subscribe if you want more of these, like if you want more of these, and share this with friends who have had the same problem. Probably nobody. Adios!